Welcome to Your Health is Your Wealth. My name is Argo Duenas, and I'm your host for today. I'm also the owner of Back to Nature Health and Wellness Center, a local holistic center that have served the Baltimore, D.C., Virginia area and Eastern Shore area of Maryland for over 30 years. I have as my special guest today, Miss Pam Adams. She is truly awesome and amazing. She is the owner of Synergy Nutrition and Wellness, LLC.
Yes.
And she is a certified personal trainer and a board licensed nutritionist.
Yes.
I have known Pam for probably 15 years.
Yes.
I met you at Evolutions, and when I joined Evolutions and I saw you there, I said, oh my God, this woman is just absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, thank
But what I have found about you, Pam, you're beautiful inside and out. And you are here today to truly touch, move, and inspire us to keep fit, eat healthy, and have a balanced, healthy lifestyle. And I thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule today in the rain
Yeah.
to really inspire and motivate our viewers to keep it moving. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you again.
Wow. It's been a while, Pam. I did have an opportunity to visit Synergy, and it's wonderful. I like the setup.
Oh, thank you.
And you have your fitness equipment right there. You know, you're a very smart woman. You have a special niche of combining nutrition and fitness together.
Yes.
So they don't have to, a person doesn't have to go to a fitness trainer, or they don't have to go to a nutritionist to get it all.
All in one.
Right.
Yes.
That's a great fit for you, and you do it so beautifully. I've seen you with your clients, I guess, the people you were working with at Evolution, because you were there for about 15 years,
Yes,
right?
15 years. Yes.
And I would see you just, really, it's amazing. You've inspired me.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm going to come and see you. Yeah, I'm
that'd be
70,
wonderful.
and so I'm sure you have women a little younger than myself, but we do have, we want to stay fit, we want to stay healthy, and so you are the perfect person to inspire us.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yes, yes.
Thank you very
yes.
much. I appreciate
So, Pam, tell us a little bit about Pam Adams, who you are, where you're originally from, your family, and tell us something and your educational background. All in one.
All in one? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'm actually, I was thinking that I'm very inspired by my mother and father. I adore them. They're like my best friends too.
Wow.
The reason I bring them up to start off about what's inspired me to be who I am today is that I've watched my father work very hard, very physically active as far as with what he did in his job, and then also just his work ethic. He was just very specific about being just a hard worker in general. And my mother is the same. Was in the medical field for a long time. She was a nurse.
Okay.
And loved her, just also her drive to just work hard. And that work ethic, I've always watched and was very inspired by that.
Where are you originally from?
From New Jersey.
From New Jersey. Okay.
From New Jersey, and then moved to the Columbia, Maryland area, where I was raised starting at like 9 years old.
Okay.
And
okay.
yeah, so yeah, I'm very familiar with the area of just Maryland in general.
Right. And you went to Howard University?
Yes.
HBCU?
Yes, indeed, Howard University.
What was your experience there at Howard? And what did you major in at Howard?
I majored in marketing.
Marketing.
Yes. And my passion though was for music.
Okay.
And I was trying music business, so I was trying to find a way to have marketing and the music business combined.
Okay.
So that's what I did. I ended up pursuing my degree so I can work in the music business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So once you graduated from Howard, you went to New York?
Yes.
Okay, and tell me about your experience with marketing and music in the fast city.
Oh, yeah.
That never sleeps, New York.
Surprisingly enough, right after I graduated from Howard University, which was an amazing experience. It told me about perseverance, determination, and focus.
Right.
I ended up getting a job about 2 weeks after my graduating from Howard. And that experience was amazing. I absolutely loved being in marketing and promotions and artist management.
Right.
But very long hours.
Right.
Loved what I do. Was very passionate about being in the business. But then was trying to figure a balance, what would work best for me. And it was difficult. I would say I was in my 20s when I was there.
Right.
Yeah.
And how long were you there in New York?
Total almost 10 years. In
10
New York.
years?
Yeah.
Wow, that's quite a long time.
Oh, yes.
Were you right in the city, right Manhattan?
I actually lived in Brooklyn,
Lived in
the Fort Greene
Brooklyn.
area, yes, and then would commute to the city. It depended on where I was as far as with the labels. So it could be Midtown, it could be down by Soho. So yeah, loved it. Yeah.
What a great experience at an early age.
Yes.
Wonderful. But then you, something happened. Tell me what happened that really guided you more into fitness.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Because it's always a defining moment.
Yeah, this light bulb went off for me. Okay. And my last year in the music business, I was dealing with a lot of stress. I wasn't eating well. I was barely getting enough sleep, maybe about 4 or 5 hours a night.
Wow.
I kind of took on the stress of my work, and it would take a toll on my health. Very anxious and uncomfortable, just who I was, and wasn't sure if this was exactly the career I wanted.
At what age were you at that time?
At that time, I was 31 years old.
Okay.
And at that moment where I realized I need to leave, I had put a 2-week notice to the company I was working with. But in a weekend, within the 2 weeks, it was still stressful. I realized it wasn't the right fit. I wouldn't highly recommend this for anybody, but I actually quit right on the spot.
Okay.
But I knew at that moment, the defining moment, that I needed to take care of myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that was the leap of getting into the fitness
So
industry.
you left New York,
Yes.
and then you came back to Maryland.
Came back to Maryland. I had heard about a private gym here, privately owned gym, Evolutions at the time.
Yeah.
I did a huge career change and decided that I walked in and said I would like a job here and work at the front desk. Way less than what I was making in New York, of course, but I really wanted to learn the business and I wanted to understand every aspect of it. And fitness was just a big thing about understanding how physical activity and nutrition can play a significant role in how I feel. I feel amazing for making that change for myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So you sort of tapped in, tuned in, and turned on really a passion.
Yes.
That you obviously had,
Yes.
and you were able to manifest this job
Right.
at Evolutions, and you learned the business there.
Yes,
Is
I
that
did.
correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so from there you sort of evolved, right? And you got into swimsuit competition, because I know when I used to see you there, you were talking about eating a certain amount of protein, brown rice, and you were preparing for this competition.
Yes.
And so tell me about your competitions.
So at the time where I was learning to study to become a certified personal trainer, and I really wanted to know how nutrition played a role in that. I had no idea the impact nutrition would have to make a change, not only improve mood, but also just physically make a transformation. And even the perseverance and dedication you have to take with it. So it was bodybuilding, a form of bodybuilding at the time, and I was a figure competitor.
Okay.
And then through on and off for 10 years, then I became a pro bikini fitness competitor.
Oh, wow.
But I loved it for how it made me feel.
Right.
Not necessarily the competition itself. That's fun.
Right.
But yeah, but just in general, I was just very amazed by how I can make a change.
But you actually had to stay disciplined.
Yes, you have to be very disciplined. Yes. And really, it was more the nutrition.
Right.
Surprisingly, it was what was key about being consistent. Exercise, yes, of course.
Right.
But yes, it's every single day of working. Make sure that you're ready for your goal.
My goodness. We all say, my goodness, look at this lady who just, you just exude this light and this passion for fitness. And like I said, here you are now at Synergy.
Yes.
Tell us about Synergy. What's the mission at Synergy, and what services do you offer?
So Synergy is about nutrition, personal training, and wellness.
Okay.
So basically, to achieve wellness, it's going through nutrition and good practice of physical activity
Right.
to feel your best. I decided to have Synergy and put it out there where I'm helping women have a different relationship with food and fitness. Mainly the women that I work with are 40 and over, where we're dealing with a little bit more challenges now in our lives, where we have a more busy lifestyle. We're trying to manage work, may have kids still, or maybe we've had children who have left the nest, and now it's trying to figure out how to invest in ourselves. So yeah, my services provide nutrition counseling, while also offering personal training. And then beyond that, I also look at the whole person approach.
Right.
So individual can have one service or both combined, but overall I look at not only what you're eating and how to help you find a safe, effective fitness program, but also even looking at how you're handling with stress and
Absolutely.
sleep
Absolutely.
and just managing a busy lifestyle.
So the mission again? Of
So the
Synergy.
mission is about helping women or supporting women to have a different relationship with food and fitness. The whole goal is three things for me. It's about empowering, being transformative, and then also just have fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you have a hula hoop? I have one. I have one at my wellness center,
Yeah.
and in between clients, I will hula hoop.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because
yeah.
I am getting some cardio because I work just like we're working, talking about busy lifestyles and busy. So I really try to get some exercise in. So that really helps. Tell us about in your fitness room, the equipment that you have there, because I peeked in there and I'm saying, oh yeah, this is wonderful. So someone could come, like myself, can come to you, get the nutritional information that I need, and then go right on into a personal training exercise.
Yes, I have a studio that's not
Yes.
connected to a gym.
Okay.
So sometimes people in that environment may feel very uncomfortable. So
I
I
used
remember
to.
that. Yes, and can be intimidating,
yeah,
especially
absolutely.
if you've never worked out before or just feel like that's just not the environment for me.
Absolutely.
So I set up a studio space. It's not huge. It's a small, private, intimate studio that
Yes.
has machines where I have like a functional trainer, excuse me. I do have some free weights, some tubing. Mostly if it's more functional movements, making sure that we work on strengthening not only the core as far as through here, but also working on strengthening the legs, even working on balance, not being as intimidated by machines if you decide to do it on your own.
Right.
Sometimes working out may sound like a chore for some individuals. It may seem intimidating. I usually like to take it to the next step for some individuals and think of it more as physical activity.
Right.
What things you enjoy.
Absolutely.
So as a trainer, even though I can work with you one-on-one with training, I try to find what's a good fit for you.
Absolutely.
Either within the studio or even in your home, because I provide services there too.
So, as a personal trainer and a nutritionist, elaborate on the health benefits. Number one, we're talking about fitness and we're talking about nutrition, but sometimes people need to be reminded what really are the health benefits. I know when I'm not exercising, Pam, my energy is down.
Yes.
I really, my mind gets a little foggy. I'm finding myself at my age now, I enjoy going into the park. That is my sacred place. My vortex is where I connect with nature, but also moving.
Yeah.
I'm walking. It's changing for me now.
Yes.
But tell us about the health benefits of moving and how healthy eating and nutrition and all of this can prevent many of those chronic inflammatory conditions that, as we age, we develop. Would you elaborate on that a little bit?
So with both, well, you made a great point. I love what you just said about boosting your energy levels.
Yes.
Sometimes we feel very fatigued and exhausted, and we don't understand why. The body's meant to move.
Right.
So it is so important that even if it's not strength training per se, it's as long as there's activity.
Right.
Just moving from getting out of a chair that you've been in for hours can make a significant difference. It may seem like a subtle change, but that can help. With exercise, it can help not only boost energy, but then also help with strength, help support bone health, help with reducing cardiovascular disease, also balance hormone levels. It comes where, in terms of blood sugar levels. Say for someone who may have issues with, there might be challenging like insulin resistance,
Right.
and working on trying to think. There's like I mentioned cardiovascular,
Right.
but yes, like I said, with strength and cardiovascular and boosting energy and building strength and supporting balance even is key
Absolutely.
for physical activity. Now, as far as with nutrition, it can also help with reducing inflammation in the body. So if it may reduce the increase of cancers or diabetes or even stroke, also helping with balancing blood sugars as well. Reducing inflammation in the body. So for example, if we're eating like highly processed foods, things with highs in sugar and also salt and those things, by reducing and increasing your intake of vegetables and fruits can make a significant difference. Eating lean proteins, getting wild-caught fish that have omega-3s to help reduce inflammation.
Right, absolutely.
So it's a balance. You know, sometimes people get caught and overwhelmed by the internet and feel like I have to do it all. But if it's just even one step of even one thing that I've said today,
Right.
you know, of just eating healthy, and that's different and defined for different people.
Absolutely.
But that's where I can come in and help in so many ways for individuals that feel like I can't even know where to begin, how to start.
Yeah, because I mean, I have clients who come in and they're trying all different kinds of diets.
Right.
The keto, the paleo, because the information, we're in the information highway now. So
Yeah, it's
everybody
overload.
goes, absolutely. That's
It's
why I go
overload.
to the park, so
Yeah.
I can totally disconnect.
Yeah.
But when we talk about healthy eating, we don't like to use the word diet, do we?
No,
we don't.
no.
We talked about
Because
that.
it sounds like restricting. And,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle, and that's what I'm all about. It's a lifestyle change. I was so inspired about what I've done and learned so much and so passionate about my change in nutrition and fitness that I'm sharing that passion and motivating and inspiring others as well about it can make such a significant difference in your overall wellness. And that's the key. And it's just finding a personalized program that works for you. Maybe
Absolutely.
you don't want to lift weights. All right, let's find a different activity that you enjoy.
That was going to actually be my next question.
Yeah.
So if I came to you and I said, Pam, I'm really interested in, focusing on, strengthening my body, okay, which I am.
Okay.
And also just working on, I eat pretty healthy. But, I'm always open to suggestions, So if a person came to you and they're sharing with you their basic concerns about eating healthy and exercising, what's the steps that you take? What kind of assessment do you do?
Oh, that's a great question. Usually in the beginning, it is a comprehensive conversation, I'll say.
Okay.
I like to say it more like that. I get the opportunity to really sit down and talk with the individual. It could be up to 75 minutes to 90 minutes.
Wonderful.
And why it's so in-depth, because I really want to understand what your concerns are. So if there's particular health concerns or just triggers or challenges that you're going through, I really want to understand how I can support you. So that conversation is really to build that relationship so we can figure out what's the best fit. So I really take that time. It means a lot to me to understand that person in every aspect. So if they're not comfortable, for example, with a certain activity, let's find another alternative instead to try to help them out. Nutrition as well. If there are questions, I'm there to help them too.
Okay. So do you do any testing for food sensitivities or anything like that? If people come in and they say, well, I have allergies to this or allergies to that, do you do any of that type of testing or blood testing or saliva testing for hormones?
Sometimes it depends on the individual.
Okay.
Yes,
It's all individualized.
It's all
Yes.
individualized.
Wonderful.
So I know some people may be intimidated of, the testing, the expense, things that could be a little bit, a little overwhelming for them at first. So I usually start working with whole food sources, figuring what we need to do. Even journal can play a significant role, and start realizing what are you experiencing. Sometimes we don't get a chance to check in and listen to our bodies. So I try to help people understand about how important it is that you can really take charge of your health by just doing even the simplest things as even journaling to pay attention what foods maybe you have bothering you.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree because that's one of the things that I encourage my clients to do too, is to journal, because they come in with gastric issues,
Exactly.
and so they're mixing all kinds of foods together, and
Right.
a lot of it's processed foods,
Right,
and
right.
does affect the gut. They have, all kinds of, like I said, digestive issues of belching, burping, heartburn, weight gain.
Exactly.
Can't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And so I said, just journal,
Journal.
and then you can connect the dots.
Yes.
Because if I eat yogurt, maybe 2 cups one day after another, what happens with me is I'll start to get a runny nose, and then it gets to be mucusy, okay? And then I begin to feel like I'm having flu-like symptoms. And I've experimented with myself to know, okay, this is it will be eliminated from my diet at an early age. So dairy is something that I know. See, just paying attention to what you're eating and journaling will let you know, because the body never lies.
Body never lies.
Body
Absolutely.
is always communicating with us.
Yes, and as a nutritionist, we get to pay attention to how the system responds.
Right.
If there's nutrient insufficiencies, we're able to see those things by a questionnaire that I usually have an individual take.
Okay.
So we can even review even more in detail of figuring out how it affects the system, like you had mentioned, like respiratory, or if you notice that some individuals may notice an intolerance or sensitivities through the skin.
Absolutely.
So yeah, there's various ways of us to determine that.
Because years ago, when I was very young, in my early 20s, I had very bad skin. I had cystic acne, severe allergies, but also had gut issues.
Yes.
And once I changed my diet and detox and started eating real, live, whole foods. We say in longevity, take away what your body doesn't need and give it what it needs, and the body is able to heal itself. Every 90 days, the body makes new cells.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
that is so important. So you do workshops as well, right?
Yes, I've done some workshops around the area, and which I love. I love talking to people in groups. I do that, but a lot of it is one-on-ones with groups as well,
Right.
for nutrition, and then also do small group training for individuals who want to have like their friends together. Yeah, so I'm able to do that too.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Now, your husband,
Yes.
Ron,
Yes.
also is a certified personal trainer.
Yes, he is.
And I met Ron many years ago at the Vitamin Shop.
Yes.
He was a manager there.
Yeah.
And then when I went to Evolutions, I saw him there.
Yes.
So you all kind of work in tandem together. You want to talk about that?
Yes,
Yeah,
we
would
also,
you-
since we're both trainers, we're able
Yes.
to collaborate, partner up to do
Right.
small group training,
Right.
Also in-home training as well, which is great.
In-home?
In-home
Yeah,
as
see,
well.
I love that.
Yes.
I
yeah.
love that. I love
It takes
that.
it away from the gym setting.
Absolutely.
Like I said, for individuals that may not want that,
Okay.
and if someone was interested in in-home training, but they're like, I don't have equipment in my house. You'd be very surprised with the square footage. We can do so much.
Wow.
And just getting a few items
So I can get
there.
a new body, right? I can get some
Hey,
muscle.
yeah, mind, body, spirit,
mind,
all the
body,
way.
and spirit. I'm just loving it, Pam, because what you're offering is a very healthy lifestyle. And let's talk about lifestyles for
Sure.
a minute.
Okay.
What are some healthy habits that we can incorporate on a daily basis to balance out this busy and hectic and stressful lifestyle that many of us have? What are some things we can do?
Some tips, I notice that people will sometimes skip meals or overeat. It's one or the other, and it's either because they're under so much stress they realize hours have gone by and they haven't eaten,
Right.
or when they have had a chance, they overeat. So one of the tips I usually say is, like, for me and working, I have my own business, that I either have snacks in my desk.
Okay.
Look for either protein bars, things that you can read the ingredients
Right.
for sure. So you want the whole food sources.
Okay.
Even if it's trail mix, a handful, bag of trail mix in your desk or in your purse can make a difference. Even just small 2 clementines to just have fruit, anything where you can have something, just convenience in your bag or at your desk at all times. I always tell people with a busy schedule, it may seem a little bit tough at first, but consider preparing or think ahead a day before your meals. So say, for example, prep something so you already know what you're gonna have for lunch the next day. That could be significant. You don't have to do an overhaul and do an entire change, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
But if you struggle with lunch, focus on your lunches. If it's dinner that's a struggle, find ways to maybe meal plan or prepare those meals maybe the night before or there. Some individuals use Instapot as a way of convenience to help them for someone who has a busy schedule. You know, those two right there, you know, maybe you don't have time for working out. You know, you can set time, even if it's just doing a little bit of 10 minutes of walking in the morning and then maybe in the evening. It's just the fact that you have time to break it up and getting it all day, going up the stairs, park a little farther from the building.
Absolutely.
You know, those things, even those little changes can make a difference.
I have a tendency to park my car. Well, I just bought a car, but last year, and I don't want people dinging my car.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So what I do, Pam, is I park my car way away from the other cars. But I said this is a good thing.
It's a good
because
thing.
then I can walk.
Yes.
I'll get some exercise in.
Yeah.
So that I mean, so I'm thinking differently now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, in terms of getting some exercise and helping to reduce some of the stress and
even
eating
accountability. I was about to think of that too.
Okay.
The reason why I say that, if you have a friend,
that's right,
that can help because both of you work out together or
Absolutely.
exercise together. You do something that you both enjoy, so you both have to check in with each other.
I
That's
have
a great way.
two wonderful friends. One's 76 and the other is 81.
Yes.
And they both have been going to the pool for over 20 years here in Annapolis.
Wow.
And they partner up and they'll call each other. And that's how they get their exercise in. And when they don't go to the pool, they miss it.
Right.
They say,
right.
I got to get back to the pool.
Yeah.
I got to get back to the pool.
Yeah.
But offering those healthy tips, you know, for our viewers can be very inspiring, very empowering, just to keep moving.
Keep moving.
Just keep moving.
Yes.
So, Pam, any final comments? And then I want you to give our viewers a good contact number or website or Facebook page, how they can get in touch with you. And really this spring, you know, just move forward and start to keep it moving, okay?
Probably one thing I would just say is that beginning of the year, it's about intentions for me. I don't do resolutions, and there's a reason for that.
Wonderful.
And I try to recommend this to a lot to my clients. And the reason why I say this is that when you have intentions, it follows throughout the year. And you check with yourself each quarter, every season.
Yes.
To see, am I following my intention? So my intention for this year is about this year it's about balance.
Yes.
Making sure that I manage my time wisely so I'm able to take care of myself.
Absolutely.
Because the importance is about self-care. So when it comes to the spring, I just usually like to tell clients in general, or just individuals in general, check in with yourself, find an affirmation that focuses on your intentions.
Yes.
Balance, fearlessness, or maybe it's embrace progress over perfection, which is one of my mottos I tell a lot of my clients, or affirmations. It's so important to just be happy with the progress. Sometimes we kind of miss that.
I totally get that. Setting intentions.
Yes.
And really having a holistic lifestyle of mind, body, and spirit.
Absolutely, that's very important.
So this is my intention. I have set my dominant intention to feel as happy and as positive and as good every day, because actually we're all points of attraction.
Yes.
And so we have attracted one another because we are on that same frequency and vibration.
Right,
and I'm
absolutely.
so happy to have you here, Pam.
Thank
Give
you.
our viewers contact number, would you look into the camera?
So the way to contact me, my website, first of all, is www.synergynutrawellness.com. The office number is 443-333-9332. If you're on social media, Facebook or Instagram, the handle is @SynergyAnnapolis. So feel free to reach out. I offer a time for we can have a conversation if you have some questions based after what you just saw today. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. So please reach out and feel free to review the information as well. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And thank you for watching Your Health is Your Wealth. Remember, in this very present moment, we do have the power to take charge of our life and our health and make it an amazing day. And thank you, Pam.
Oh, thank you so much.